Relax. This is what we work so hard for. Enjoy yourself. Give me that. Give me that water bottle.
I'm not sure.
There you go.
Thank you.
Relax. Shoulders back.
It's all right. Hey, yeah, y'all can y'all record this?
Yeah. Real close. Gotcha.
This is the most cameras I've ever had in front of me.
I mean, if you want.
I might be a little nervous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks. This isn't live, is it?
Yeah. Go ahead, guys.
You seem a little bit nervous.
Go for it.
What's this like, having this media? I mean, like you said, you won. It's a good thing, right?
Yes, it's a great thing. It means that I won, so I'm very happy to be here. It's a little overwhelming.
Let's talk about the fight. How did you think it went? Obviously, it was a good back and forth throughout. Had some great shots. What's your evaluation?
I think that the game plan was executed well. I think that there were some things that I could have done better, as in every fight. I feel like there's always something I can do better. I don't think that I let my hands go enough, in my personal opinion. But as far as sticking to the game plan, we did that. We kept it standing. I stayed off the cage as much as I could, and I ended up on the ground like in a bad spot once and was able to get back to my feet. I stayed relaxed, and that's what the game plan was: just stay relaxed, go in there, and have fun. And that's what I did.
Early on, it looked like you actually dropped it to a knee, like very early on in the fight. You like how it was. Did you have to tell yourself to slow down? Or?
I did, yes. There was a couple of times I wanted to, I wanted to go in there and just, I felt like she was wobbled, and I wanted to go in there and I was like, knock her out. This might be it, get the finish. But then, I had to ease off that gas pedal and sit back a little bit because I didn't want to get overzealous and then get taken down and end up in a bad spot and losing for getting too excited.
Without getting too much into it, I think everyone's aware that it's not been perhaps the best year of the life, right? Does that make this victory even sweeter?
It really does. It's crazy, how 2018 was. It wasn't a great year, but I ended up winning my fight, my debut in the UFC against Valerie Macedo, and then going into 2019, I got to win my debut on ESPN. So through those ups and downs, I feel like I'm coming out on top.
Can you talk about your new camp and maybe the improvements that you had tonight?
I'm working with Tim Prater at Gladiator Academy, also Jim West and May Gold and Eric Sands. And I have an incredible team around me. Everyone's looking out for me. They have my best interest in heart. And that's what matters most to me. There's a lot of sharks out there, and you have to be careful with who you let into your life. And I feel like I've selected a great team, and I'm looking forward to the future.
Just how different was training for this? Was this your first fight camp with
Second.
Second, right?
Second fight camp, actually. Crazy. It feels like the first
Yeah.
fight camp because I didn't get to fight in December. That fight fell through, but this was my second fight camp. It was just, non-stop, it was back to back. So it feels like one long 5-month fight camp.
Does that mean you're taking a bit of time off, or do you want to get right back in there?
I never fully take time off. I'm always training, so I do want to get back in there and get back to work and just continue to sharpening things, continue to grow. But I want to get home and spend some time with my daughter, and I don't want to jump into another fight camp like right away, like I did here. I want to take some time off, heal, and then get back to the drawing board and get a fight.
As you said before, the ESPN tonight, what's it like, that entire experience? Seen by millions of people, it's a huge deal. Is that particularly special to you at all?
It is special, but it doesn't feel any different than having fought for Invicta or Legacy or LFA. I try not to look at it that way. I don't let the bright lights of the UFC scare me. So I try not to let it get too much into my head, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. So when you're actually fighting, is it feel the same? As any other regional organization?
If you don't want to get too intimidated by everything. So for me, for me it does feel the same, just as any other fight. I feel like I'm going in there. It's just one step closer to the title. I feel like every fight's a championship fight, and that's how I train. And I try not to think of it too much as it, being the UFC and trying to let that overwhelm me and scare me. You got to stay as relaxed as you can. You can't let those nerves and excitement, that's too much adrenaline. It drains you, and you need all of that you going into every fight.
I'm sure every fighter would love to go in there and get a quick knockout, but in a grueling battle where it goes to the decision, do you like those sort of challenges where you push yourself to that limit? And what do you learn from what a fight like today that it was grueling all the way through to the end?
For me, it just helps me to see that I have had a great training camp and that my cardio is really good and I'm able to make it to that final bell and still feel like I have energy in the tank, for another round or two. So that's what it helps me, for in the future with future fights. Of course, I would like to go in there and get a knockout, but I train to go 3 rounds and 5 rounds, and if I get the knockout or a submission, that's sweet, it's amazing. But every fight camp, I always train for a full 3 to 5 round fight.
What do you make of the division right now? I mean, you're 2-0. Jessica I went 3-0, and she's just fighting for the title. Are you essentially seeing like one more win, title shot almost?
I wouldn't say that. I mean, I feel like I'm still on the outskirts of the top 10. I don't know where this is going to put me. I don't think one more fight they're going to give me the title shot. I want to get a few more fights, and I want to fight some more of the best that are in the top 10. Prepare me for that opportunity to fight the champion. Whoever that may be then. Right now it's Valentina, so that's who I need to prepare for.
When you see someone like Valentina fight, are you thinking, I want to fight her, or are you thinking, I need to get that good?
I think, I want to strive to get that opportunity to fight Valentina. There's always things that can be fixed and can be worked on, and I see a lot of things that Valentina does. I think she's an amazing, incredible fighter, and every fighter, every flyweight wants to fight for the championship, no matter who has the belt. So right now Valentina does, and so I'm preparing, in every fight to train for her, but also train for the other opponents that they put in front of me.
What you've been through lately, how gratifying was it for you to get in there and put some of those demons aside? And what message would you pass to other females that have been through similar situations in terms of overcoming that?
I've said it before, you can't sit around and feel bad about the things that go wrong in your life. You have to always stay optimistic and look forward to the future. Things will get better and you'll climb your way out of it and get back on top. You can't sit around and feel sorry for yourself. You have to stay focused on something. You have to stick to a routine and just move forward and and let it go. You can't hold a grudge. Don't hold a grudge. Just move forward.
Thank you. Congrats.
What's the biggest thing you take away from training with Tim? Obviously, Tim's been around the block. He's fought a who's who. You already were talented coming in, but what do you think Tim has taught you to help elevate you to that next level?
Probably just to stay. I'm already a relaxed person, but he keeps me very relaxed. He's constantly telling me just calm down. And that's saying a lot because I'm already a really chill person. But I can get a little anxiety sometimes. And he's always there to calm me down, and he's really fun to be around, and his energy is really good. I enjoy it. He's a great coach. Keeps me laughing.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.